The media and entertainment industry is a hot one right now, where a lot of high-tech companies are challenging the way we have consumed entertainment for a long time. What we are witnessing is the rapid proliferation of OTTs, which is also expanding to a space where they go head-to-head with the conventional distribution models. Theaters that have invested heavily in physical infrastructure are now forced to reinvent their business models. In this video, I am going to explain how the OTTs are cashing in on this opportunity and growing by leaps and bounds. Hi, I'm Praveen and I welcome you to my channel. There are three layers in the movie business: production, distribution, and consumption. Production houses invest into the making of the film. Distributors buy the movie rights and then sell the same further to theaters, mostly through a profit-sharing agreement. Thus, the movie finally reaches the consumer. The majority of the revenue comes from this traditional route. As the theaters are shut, there is no way for a producer to recover his investment before the COVID situation turns to normalcy. Assume a movie was produced for 20 crores and the producer was expecting to sell it for 30 crores. As the theaters are not open, the producers, who mostly take loans for a production, would have to continue paying the interest. Assuming a 2% monthly rate, the producer would have to shell out 40 lakhs as interest every month. The profit keeps diminishing as the producer waits for the theaters to open up. He would be better off if he sells the movie for only 25 crores for an OTT. This kind of distressed sale is driving the movies to OTT right now. OTT stands for over the top and refers to any streaming service that delivers content over the internet. OTT is a very broad term. There are three major types of OTTs available. Subscription video on demand, or SVOD, allows users to consume as much content as they desire at a flat rate per month. Netflix, Amazon Prime Video, Disney, Hotstar are all SVOD services. Usually, when we say OTT, we are mostly referring to SVOD. Secondly, transactional video on demand. You could buy movies for one-time watch on Google Play Store, and that is an example of TVOD, where one needs to purchase the content on a pay-per-view basis. And lastly, advertising-based video on demand, AVOD. It is free to consumers, however, they need to sit through advertisements. YouTube is an example for this. In the context of movie distribution, SVODs are the most prominent. Take the case of Amazon Prime Video. They bought the digital rights for the Tamil film Master for around 36 crores. Then, they wanted to release the movie earlier than expected, so they paid an additional 15 crores. At 51 crores, this is the highest ever a Tamil film has garnered for an OTT release. How do these OTTs make money after spending this much? Our usual network TV relies on the number of hours viewers watch its programs, but that is not the case with OTTs. They have no live programming, no commercials, no prime time. The revenue rises only when subscribers sign up. Whenever a new movie is bought, the OTTs are making a bet that new subscribers will flock to the platform just to watch that particular film. Another revenue stream is the charges collected from telcos for streaming the content. Airtel could be paying somewhere in the range of 15 to 40 paise per 100 MB of data streamed. At a global level, Amazon Prime Video reached a subscriber base of 200 million and they added 50 million subscribers during COVID period alone. A large chunk of this could be attributed to the widespread acceptance of OTTs in India. To give an idea, the SVOD market is growing at a rate of 28.5% in India compared to the world average of 13.4%. The consumption of video streaming went up by 37% during lockdown in 2020 compared to pre-COVID days. Even after lockdown was eased, the consumption stayed at 13% higher levels than pre-COVID. This shows the people's viewing habits have been drastically changed and more people continue to get on OTTs. This, to a greater extent, could be attributed to the trial period offered by the SVOD companies. Once the users try out the service, more than 50% of them stick to the subscription even after the trial period. The most interesting aspect is how even the smaller towns are picking up this habit. Data shows that the growth rate in tier 2 to 4 towns is 1.5 times the growth seen in metros. What drove this change? One of the most vital growth drivers has been the ultra-low internet prices in India, thanks to Reliance Jio's cheap plans that transformed the internet in India. While India very recently dropped from the number 1 position for having the cheapest internet in the world, we still have one of the most affordable prices. A gigabyte of mobile internet in India costs 50 rupees against the world average of 312 rupees. The second factor is the affordable pricing of the subscription plans provided by the OTTs. They have been able to tailor their offerings to suit Indian customers' needs. Unlike Americans and Europeans, a large chunk of Indians consume content on mobile devices. To reach these consumers, Netflix launched mobile-only subscription plan at 199 rupees a month, far cheaper than its standard plan. They also adjusted the video bitrate to allow streaming on slow internet. Also, until recently, the users could only pay using a card online for these subscriptions. The OTT players are starting to offer UPI payment options, which will allow more customers to sign up. Lastly, as the people have not been able to go out, several out-of-home spending started moving to in-home spends. This seems to have direct correlation with the 50 to 60% increase in subscriptions for SVODs. There could be other impacts of OTT growth on our economy. We could take the reference of South Korea for this. South Korea's GDP grew on the back of the media and entertainment industry. The Korean wave that is now propelling growth for them has taken Korean culture to the world and created a significant economic impact for South Korea. K-dramas are based on traditional family values but still have a modern approach which resonates with the Western world. This is a perfect example of local content. There has been similar content on Indian OTTs like Amazon Prime's Bandish Bandits, which showcases Indian classical music in its true form with an interesting pop fusion. There is an increasing acceptance of Indian content among global audiences. Sacred games gained traction in Latin America, US, and Europe, resulting in 67% of traffic coming from outside India. Additionally, globalization of content can create a trickle-down effect to boost the Indian tourism ecosystem. This would also take the food and other aspects of our culture to a global stage. While all this high-end series and original content could put India on the global map, for a vast majority of India, cinema still remains the king. India continues to produce more feature films annually than any other country. When theaters reopen, people are going to start visiting them, and the large budget movies with high star cast might not be immediately available on OTTs. The films could receive a theatrical window of 4 to 8 weeks prior to debuting online. Also, going to the theaters is a social activity in a society. Combine this with the experience of watching on a larger screen and engineered acoustics, theaters will have their own place till they keep adding more to this experience like IMAX. On the other hand, OTTs have a variety of content and convenience to watch anywhere, which have created their own place. And as the OTTs grow alongside, we could expect them to rapidly take our content to the global audience as well. If you like this explanation, please leave a like. Do share your thoughts in the comments section. I hope to meet you in the next video.